When we return to our planet, the High Court may well sentence you to torture.
He likes movies, we like movies. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world.
I'd buy that for $1.
Greetings! You're watching SeptumSin versus the world.
Yes.
I'm SeptumSin. I'm here with Kotobuki Jake, and we're
Right.
here to show you what they got. Meaning the video stores and...
For what they will be getting, and if you wish to brave the madness of this season, you can definitely go see what they've got.
Alright, well, let's go ahead and run on into it.
Okay.
Take a look. We've had a number of fun ones this week.
Right.
I figure I'd go ahead and start us off because I think I got a few more on my list than you do.
Right.
The first is, of course, the new Mission Impossible movie released, which I couldn't care
Yes.
less about, but
But you could not escape the trailer for the first half of the year. It was everywhere.
And there's a new 6-pack out of there, so the 6 movies.
Yes.
But much like the Fast and Furious and a few other types, Mission Impossible will keep releasing and releasing and releasing until...
It's the franchise that never ends.
I guess until Tom Cruise is not able to do it anymore. And
then they'll just use a CG Tom Cruise. Actually, you know that his overlords in the Scientology have probably already created an army of Tom Cruise robots.
Well, of course, to me, I'm not going to collect them until they're over.
Yeah.
But if you want to, you can get all the movies out thus far.
Which is not bad at all.
No.
And they're fun movies. I've only seen, I think, 3 of them, maybe. I know the first one I've seen a couple times. I've seen Rogue Nation, and I've seen either 2 or 3, but I could not swear to it. I've seen both. But those were all fun. And Rogue Nation was actually pretty darn good. And so was the first one.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah.
And I've seen only the first. That's the only of the new ones I saw, and I said, this isn't Mission Impossible. And then that was all that's all I saw. And,
I have no basis of comparison with the TV, which I admit I'm missing out there. But anyway.
Yeah, but in any case, I don't know if I'll buy that one or not.
Right.
Your next one.
Well, you'd probably buy it for $1, right?
I'd buy that for $1.
Yeah, I noted this week there was a lot of anime, and a lot of it was kind of some of it looks fun, fun. There was an enormous Gundam set that looked pretty awesome if you have a lot of money. But the really big ones I wanted to make note of, as part of the partnership between Right Stuff and 11 Arts, they're putting out Haikara-san, Here Comes Miss Modern Part 1. Which is supposed to be a pretty darn good movie, and I really want to see it. So that's interesting to me. And I will make a note that Sentai Filmworks is releasing a complete series edition of Akame ga Kill, which is a really awesome show. Flawed, some would say deeply so, but it was a fascinating show. And if you did not get lucky enough to get their big bonus editions like I did, this is a really good condensed way to get it for the collection. Yeah.
Well, a movie that did make some news as to how they advertised was The Nun. Ripping directly into our screens, YouTube screens, in order to scare the crap out of us. It's a movie that's on my radar because it's a part, just like the Annabelle movies are, just because it's a part of that Conjuring spin-off type thing. And, because we need movies about the actual monsters that were in the main movies, obviously. So, good, bad, I haven't heard a lot of buzz after the advertising campaign.
Well, they did have a joke on SNL a couple weeks ago about using that. Yeah, they were talking about a certain lawmaker from California shown here in The Nun.
Well, I mean, it would be like me talking to you right now, and then something really scary like happens, and you'll find out about what the real thing is about later. I mean, really. I mean, who likes jump scares?
They rarely work for me, and when they do, they almost never work twice. It's like, if you're going to do scare, like the dream I had last night, it was so scary. But anyway, so there was a few other fun things this week. A couple of films that actually got a little bit of awards buzz despite their summer releases. One was a World War II film called Operation Finale that has, I think it was Ben Kingsley, and who was the other one in it? I'm drawing a blank, but it's supposedly, I want to say it was based on real events. And it's something to do with rounding up the last of the Nazi... I don't remember the particulars, but it looked good. And speaking of based on real events, a documentary by Wim Wenders, who's a favorite of the art house crowd, called Pope Francis, a Man of His Word. It got a fair bit of buzz this summer as supposedly one of the better documentaries, so... worth a shot.
Yeah, I was interested in that. I want to see some of these documentaries that are out. It's just too much out. I ordered too much already, and I've got more than... Well, if you haven't looked, around you in the background. There's a lot. So let's talk, speaking of awards buzzed films, right? Let's talk Razzie buzz.
I thought we were with The Nun and Mission Impossible.
Even those did fairly well.
Yeah.
But let's talk Happy Time Murders. I still want this film.
Yes.
But everybody says that seen it. This is terrible. And I was like, I want to see it first.
It stinks.
I will say it's terrible when I've seen it, and even then I might still like it. See our Inside Movies Galore discussion on Thanksgiving as a reference to that.
He manages to put forward a movie that this group considered almost all of them considered pretty awful. But whereas I consider awful but entertainingly so, not all of them did.
Well,
But
no accounting for taste.
Exactly. Now, two shows that have genuinely gotten a lot of positive buzz. We have Season 2 release for The Handmaid's Tale, which, again, very disturbing series.
Season 1 was good.
I still need to see it. I read the book over the summer, and it's a very, very good book. And also Westworld is getting... I wasn't sure if this was the original Season 2 release or if it's just getting a 4K re-release. Because the picture you showed 4K.
Well, yeah.
But,
there were multiple versions. It's just that's a 4K.
But either way, those are some notable television releases. And two shows I really do need to get into. Yeah.
So, of course, I misspelled this badly. I spelled it Castlevania. Castlevania.
I'm having trouble even...
Castlevania.
Yes.
Castlevania Season 1 is being released. I really want to see this show. I've got Netflix. It's just really hard.
One of Netflix's first forays into anime. And they've got, 6 in production now?
Yeah, I mean, shoot. They considered Seven Deadly Sins an original, Netflix original.
Right.
Which I've been into, gosh,
and what's the one that's out now? Series. Release the Spice or whatever it is?
There's a lot going on.
But they've got 6 in production, so more power to them.
This one has some, I think 10 episode seasons, and there's 2 of them out. And it's based off of the third Castlevania game, from what I've been told. And I've heard really good buzz, especially about Season 1.
I saw 2 episodes, maybe 3. And what I saw was pretty good. Yeah. I don't remember... We used to play the Castlevania games. I mean, who didn't back in the early 90s? But I barely remember them. I remember more of the general look. The music was good. I don't remember the story. So I can't comment on how close these are to the story, but...
You have any more?
I think that was it for me, really.
Yeah, there's only one more on mine. Naruto continues to release.
Yeah.
Who knows when it will be
36,
done.
36, right?
32.
32?
Yeah, it's not 32. It must be 36. I don't know why we're at 32, but I've got the episode count. It's 459 to 472.
Yeah.
Now that puts us close. I'd say 2 away.
They only went to 500, right?
Yeah, so it's probably going to be about 2 away. I think the next one will probably have 10 episodes, and then the last one will probably have 8, which is kind of crappy. But they'll ask for the same amount regardless.
I don't know about your math there.
Well, let's see, 72.
Yeah.
So there's 18. Is it 8? It's 80. Okay, 28 left.
Yeah.
So 14 apiece.
Yeah.
Or they could try and squeeze it into 3. And just have 3 really small releases.
Because Viz.
Viz. Yeah.
It could happen.
But,
Stranger things have happened.
2 to 3 releases left.
Yeah?
I mean, they tend to like to release these in 10 to 12 episode chunks. So having it in 14 episode chunks is still doable.
But in all probability, by this time next year, Naruto Shippuden will be released stateside. Boruto will be well underway.
Oh, yeah.
And you can hit up your family to hit you with the entire series if you're rich.
If they're timing it right, they're releasing these every 2 to 3 months.
Right.
So it'll be either April or June when they finally wrap up the series.
Right.
Thank God.
And then they're going to start doing larger chunk collections. They're probably going to do 15 big collections or something like that.
Who knows? I mean, I would like to see them do it Amazon style, where like they did for One Piece, where they were doing 100 episode collections.
I actually saw a listing for those on eBay, and I was tempted, but I didn't.
It bothers me. I think they look like they're going to come in a spool or something.
Yeah.
Well,
Are we good?
I think we're good.
All right.
All right. Salute.
Salud.
All right. We will see you on the next one. Remember,
Yes.
subscribe, share, and let us know what things you're looking forward to getting when they come out.
Yes.
Goodbye.